Sorry that you got cheated on.
It's all right. Been a couple times. You know, I feel like no
Really?
matter how bad of a you are, sometimes
If you not getting me, forget about it. I know by Lambo. Is that why I shout?
Welcome back to StarHush, where the tea is always hot and the truth don't wait for no one. Now let me say this, when Mario sang "Do You Enjoy Being Hurt?" he might have just been speaking directly to Chloe Bailey's soul. Yeah, I know that track dropped back in 2004 and Chloe was just a little girl back then, but those lyrics age like fine wine because it fits her situation way too well now. Somebody explain to me, how does a woman with that much beauty, talent, and potential keep running straight into the arms of dudes who bring nothing but drama? Like, out of all the people walking the planet, Chloe chose Burna Boy? Seriously? One of the messiest men in music? This ain't just a questionable hookup, it's a full-blown crash and burn situation. Sis was glowing in designer fits, making big moves, and now she's out here being played while Burna's alleged other woman is practically throwing shade with her whole chest, talking spicy, dancing on Chloe's name, and acting like she's got the last laugh. And to top it all off, homegirl is riding around in a Lambo that's registered under Chloe's name. Yes, that luxury whip. Not even a Burna gift. It was Chloe's, and she was letting him joyride like it was his. Whew. And let me be clear, I'm not here trying to drag Chloe for fun. This ain't shade. It's straight up frustration, because it hurts to see a queen like her caught up in clown behavior. She deserves better. And it's not just about Burna being a cheater, it's about patterns. Burna Boy has a whole track record of messing over the women he dates, and folks with eyes could see this one coming from a mile away. We were giving her the benefit of the doubt, hoping maybe this one was different, maybe he had grown, but nope, the same old mess just with a new name involved. And now Chloe's sitting on interviews, trying to play it cute, trying to act unbothered, while Burna's alleged side chick is on social media twirling in circles like she won a trophy. Chloe was out here living like she was in a fairy tale, floating around the globe, giggling in interviews, walking red carpets, and holding hands like she had finally found her dream man. But behind all that glam, Burna Boy was allegedly out here acting like a man with no strings attached, still playing the streets like he was single. And here's where it gets messy. Because a woman named Sophia slid straight into the picture and she didn't come empty-handed. Word is, Sophia been moving through Nigerian celeb circles for a while now. Folks already knew her name because she's got a certain kind of lifestyle that keeps her around money, fame, and powerful men. Let's just say she knows how to work a room, if you catch my drift. But what really dragged Chloe into the mud was a leaked audio clip that hit the internet like wildfire. It was a phone conversation between Sophia and one of her friends, and in it, she was spilling everything. She claimed Burna was chasing her hard, like full-on pressure, calling, texting, trying to see her every second, and it didn't stop at sweet talk. According to Sophia, Burna was laying it on thick, talking about buying her a whole Lamborghini truck if she just gave him the time of day. Imagine that. He had Chloe flying private while allegedly promising another woman a Lambo behind her back.
Went upstairs, Burna was there. Burna started calling me and she please come and sit beside him. He was not talking. This was after like 3 months. So
Yeah.
that Manny told him I'm trying to buy a Lambo truck. I should have just said that to him. That he would have gotten it for me. How much is a Lambo truck? Just that I shouldn't tell anybody about it. That he wants to be my guy. That trust me, you're going to end up loving me. I should just give him a chance. Just talking long.
Look, we gotta keep it real here. Burna never bought Chloe no Lambo. Let's just get that out the way first. The flashiest gift anyone ever saw was that Audemar's Piguet watch. And yeah, that's luxury no doubt. But in the grand scheme of things, that watch don't even scratch the surface when we're talking about the level of disrespect she got hit with. Because while she was flexing a wristwatch, he was out here promising another woman a whole luxury car like it was candy. People were looking sideways like how you got Chloe Bailey, a full-blown goddess, talented, gorgeous, booked, and busy, and still feel the need to run after somebody else with a Lamborghini fantasy? That's not just messy, it's ridiculous. Folks online were cooking Burna hard, dragging him from Twitter to TikTok like his name was trending for a roast session. The memes were savage, calling Chloe the first lady of Rolex, while Sophia was allegedly getting test drives in imaginary Lambos. And let me tell you, they didn't cut Chloe no slack either. The moment Sophia's voice note leaked, social media did not waste time. Twitter was on fire, Instagram comments were filled with clown emojis, and TikTok had already made 3 trend sounds off it. It was brutal. People were like, sis out here eating caviar and rocking Swiss timepieces while Burna trying to build Fast and Furious 12 with another girl. It was comedy and tragedy all in one timeline. But Chloe? She didn't say a word. No cryptic tweets, no shady lyrics, not even a petty Instagram story. Sis just went full ninja with the unfollow button. She wiped Burna off her socials like he never existed. Instagram, gone. Twitter, gone. Probably removed him from her close friends list too. That quiet unfollow, that's louder than any diss track, okay? That's the I'm done for real energy we all know too well. And then came Sophia's second bombshell. Sis wasn't done. She started talking like she had her own PR campaign, dropping claims that Burna was selling her full-on dreams, saying she was his one and only, making big promises about gifting her a Lamborghini truck just because he could. But when it came time to deliver, he disappeared, straight ghosted her. No calls, no messages, not even a fake excuse. Just dust in the wind. And let's not ignore the real kicker here. This all happened while he was publicly with Chloe. He was jet-setting with Chloe, holding her hand in public, doing press interviews like a doting boyfriend. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, he was telling another woman he was single, free, and ready to spend racks on her just to keep her around. It's giving double life, and it's giving major disrespect. Now, Chloe might have stayed quiet, but the internet didn't. People started calling it what it was, a masterclass in humiliation. And it hurt more because Chloe was the one defending that man, praising him in interviews, looking all smitten while Burna was out here playing games like it was a sport.
Now went home and all of that. Now I'm just like, whatever happens, we knocked and all of that, because he has already sold me a lot of dreams and all of that. I was like, oh, no problem. Like, he can be like one of my guys. He's a celebrity. Know how to code it. I'll be getting money from him. He should do his own things. Me, I have my own relationship.
Exactly.
You know, that's how. When that morning I wanted to leave, he was like, oh, don't go. I'm like, no, I'm going. I went back home and all. The next thing, in fact, I told you that I don't mess around with artists because you guys talk too much. I would be expecting at this stage you've come up in life, like you would not
want to exactly
point or anything. That's why he was like, oh, he's on his way to LA right now. He's going to call me once he lands. He never called. He texted me, oh my God, I'm so sorry, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no wahala. I want to pay for my car like this week, please. Like, what's going on? He's like, oh, trust me, I'm coming to Lagos on Thursday or whatever. We'll see when I come. That Thursday, which he didn't come to Lagos, he didn't say anything. I just blocked him. That was the day I even paid for my car. I blocked him.
Now hold up, I gotta hit pause for a second, because do you truly understand how wild this is? Burna wasn't just out here doing Chloe dirty. He was two-timing his side piece too. Like, he was juggling full relationships like mixtapes, out here running what felt like a pyramid scheme of sweet talk and broken dreams. And the wildest part? He didn't even bother to clean up the mess before parading Chloe around like a queen in a kingdom he already wrecked. Let that sink in. This man had Chloe, yes, Chloe Bailey, on his arm, walking around Lagos like she was the crown jewel. And yet the very same women he was sneaking off with, still popping bottles in his section like nothing had changed. Sophia straight up said that Burna had Chloe in the mix while his little situationships were still lurking in the background. Some of them even partying with them like they were all on the same VIP list. That's not just cheating, that's a group project with extra credit. What's worse is that everyone around them knew the deal except Chloe. And don't get it twisted, this wasn't her first time getting caught in some mess like this. Chloe has spoken before about how loyalty is her love language, how she don't tolerate being disrespected, and how she ain't the one to stick around when someone breaks her trust. So the fact that she still fell for Burna's smooth talk and champagne promises, that's what really stings. Sis has lived through the embarrassment of being attached to men who ain't serious. She knows what red flags look like. She probably invented a few shades of red herself. So why walk head first into another storm when she had clear skies ahead of her? That's what fans want to know. And it's not like Burna's reputation was squeaky clean. His whole relationship history is basically a highlight reel of drama, secrets, and public apologies. Let's get into it, because this part right here is what really had the internet screaming. Chloe herself has said it loud and clear before. If you cheat, she's gone. Point blank, no negotiation. She's one of those respect me or leave me alone type of women. But let's be honest, if that's the standard, why is she still going for the same recycled playlist of dudes who clearly ain't built for monogamy? It's like she wants loyalty from men who treat relationships like side quests. Her soft spot for rappers and industry types who slide into DMs like it's their 9 to 5 makes her look like she's chasing her own downfall. From the outside looking in, it's wild because the red flags weren't just waving, they were tap dancing across the timeline. And yet Chloe stayed smiling like she didn't see the storm coming. Girl, and let's not act brand new. Burna's track record ain't exactly squeaky. Flashback to his messy saga with Stefflon Don. While they were posted up looking like power couple goals on the gram, he was allegedly sneaking around with model Joe Pearl for a whole 2 years. Yes, 2. That wasn't a fling. That was a whole second relationship on the side. Joe even hopped on Instagram and exposed the situation herself, talking about how she was tired of being hidden and how Burna kept making promises he never kept. It was a soap opera in real time. So now here comes Chloe, thinking she was the exception, not realizing she was just the next installment in Burna's rotating cast of heartbreak. And instead of Burna coming out and addressing things like a man, what did he do? The man hopped on Instagram and turned the whole situation into a freestyle session. Yes, while the internet was in flames and Chloe was probably trying to pick up the pieces of her heart, Burna was in the booth saying, "Forget about it," like it was just a throwaway bar on a mixtape. Sis said he promised her a Lambo. Burna said, "Forget about it," in a verse. The audacity. This ain't just disrespect, it's performance level emotional negligence. The way he turned real life betrayal into studio content shows exactly how unserious he is. It's giving, I treat heartbreak like album promo.
Just a fool. If you not getting me, forget about it. I know by Lambo. Is that why I shout?
Now this part right here, it's wild on a whole other level. Instead of owning up, apologizing, or even trying to smooth things over, Burna turned the mic on and basically threw one last jab at Sophia, and low-key Chloe too. Like no remorse, no accountability, just vibes and a hook. Meanwhile, Chloe is probably somewhere deep in reflection mode, replaying every text, every flight, every soft laugh at interviews, wondering, how did I end up in a mess like this? Seriously, how did she get wrapped up in such low-frequency chaos with a man who acts like he's allergic to maturity? And now, the million-dollar question, where does Chloe even go from here? Let's keep it real. Chloe better treat this whole situation like a rebranding opportunity, not just another heartbreak. Because the internet ain't showing any grace this time. Folks are not just dragging, they're dissecting everything. From her fashion choices to her man picker, the court of public opinion has officially gathered. One fan even said, "As a Nigerian, I can tell you we never thought he was really into her. She looked like just another pass-through, not someone he was serious about." Harsh? Yes, but that sentiment? Loud. And the clowning ain't slowing down. Another user dropped this take. Chloe and Halle? Beautiful, but hard-headed. Nobody can warn them. They think struggle love equals loyalty. Phew, that one stung. But you know what? Maybe it needed to, because this ain't just about a messy relationship. It's about self-worth. One commenter even gave Chloe a backhanded compliment saying, "At least she escaped without becoming a baby mama, unlike some others who fell for the same trap." And while that might sound a little cold, the message is clear. Chloe dodged a long-term L. Now she just needs to make sure she doesn't spin the block and double back. That man with the oversized ego and that big old goofy grin had Chloe out here looking like his stepdaughter, not his girl. Let's be real. It was giving father-daughter brunch, not power couple. And honestly, Chloe deserves way better than to be standing beside someone who treats relationships like a side quest. She needs to hit the booth ASAP and pour all this pain into a track so fire, it makes Lemonade look like a warm-up. For real, give us heartbreak vocals, slick one-liners, and that I'm over it attitude that shakes the room. Then step out with the glow-up of the century Edges laid, heels high, and face beat to perfection, looking so unbothered it hurts. But please, for the love of grace, music, and every icon that came before, cut back on the interviews. Every time she talks about these men, it just opens the door for more clownery. Let the music speak, and let that silence do the talking. Now, if she plays her cards right, this situation could actually become her biggest bounce back moment yet. But the second she even thinks about spinning the block for Burna, somebody better snatch her phone, block his number, and hide the car keys. Because let's face it, if she gives him another chance, it ain't gonna be a second chance. It's gonna be a sequel to a movie nobody asked for. Don't give him the satisfaction, Chloe. But what do you think? Did Chloe really miss all the red flags? Or was Burna just that smooth with it? Is he ever gonna get held accountable for how he treats women? Or will he keep skating through with beats and bravado? And better yet, do you think he's plotting to come back with that Lambo key in hand like that's supposed to fix it all? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I need to know where you stand on this one. And if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe for all the tea, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss the next messy drop. Catch you in the next one, my stars and hushers. Keep your standards high and your block lists longer.